Hello, my dearly beloved students, and welcome to a new video presented to you from Al Ahram Modern School English Department by Mrs. Jihan Mustafa. I have missed you a lot, and I'm really waiting to be with you again in this video. We're going to continue what we started with Unit 1, Family Ties from Close-Up B1, and in this part, we're going to continue the vocabulary part with collocations and expressions. Collocations are words that usually come together or are said together in the English language to give a certain meaning. For this point, we're going to discuss collocations that come with the following verbs, specifically keep, fall, pay, get, and have. Let's have a look at these collocations and expressions. The first one is pay compliment. Usually people say pay compliment, and when you say or when you pay someone a compliment, that means you give him a praise or you say good things or positive things about this person. So to compliment one means to give one a piece of praise. Example, it took me a little while to realize that he was paying me a compliment. Another example, it isn't often she pays her employees compliments, so you should really feel proud. Now pay attention that when you say pay someone a compliment, the person or the group of people that you are paying a compliment, it comes in the middle. So like here in this example, it says she pays her employees compliments. So her employees comes in the middle and then compliments. Pay and then the person and then compliments. Pay your teacher a compliment, the teacher paid the students a compliment, and so on. So to pay a compliment is to praise or to say positive words about a person. Next one is pay a visit. This one is very easy. To pay someone or something a visit means to visit this person or this something. Example, we need to pay grandma a visit and see how her trip to Florida was. So again, pay and then the person, grandma, a visit. Pay granddad a visit. Pay my new friend a visit, and so on. So to pay a visit means to visit someone. The next one is keep a diary. When you keep a diary, that means to own a diary and you write your memories or your daily events in this diary. For example, Jessica kept a diary when she was a teenager, but she doesn't nowadays. So to keep a diary means that you keep like a notebook and you write your diary or daily events in this notebook and to keep it for the future as a memory. The diary I kept when I was traveling helps me to remember all things I did. This is another example, and also I need you to note that we have similar words for this. A similar collocation is keep a journal. So keep a diary and keep a journal are both the same. They have the same meaning, which means to write your own diary. Next one is keep a secret. Can you keep a secret? When you tell someone keep this a secret, that means you don't want him to speak about this or to tell anyone about your secret. So meaning is not to tell anyone about this thing or to keep it a secret. For example, if I tell you what happened, do you promise to keep it a secret? That means I don't want you to tell anyone about it. You promised to keep what I told you a secret. So why did you tell everyone? So if you have a secret, you shouldn't speak about it to anyone. Have a family. To have a family means to establish or to start your own family. Example, the couple decided to have a family in few months. Next one, have sympathy. If you have sympathy for someone who is in a bad situation, that means you feel sorry for them and show this in a way you behave towards them. So you not only feel sorry, but you show it in your behavior or your attitude with this person. We expressed our sympathy for her loss. That means that someone or a lady lost a valuable person, for example, and you are expressing your sympathy. You're showing that you are sympathizing with her. I have had very little help from doctors and no sympathy whatsoever. That means they were not helpful and they did not feel sorry or try to help me with my situation. I wanted to express my sympathies on your resignation. That means you feel sorry for someone who has resigned or quit his job. We have synonyms or words with the same meanings for have sympathy, which is compassion, understanding, pity, and empathy. So when you sympathize with someone, you feel compassion, you feel pity for this person, you show your understanding. Yes, I understand you, I pity you, I feel sorry for you, or words with the same meaning. Like, she has sympathy for her patients, she feels sorry for them and she pities them. Next one is get married. If you are married, that means you have a husband if you are a woman, or a wife if you are a man. So we have been married for 14 years, that means having the relation of marriage. Another example, she is married to an Englishman. So with married, you use the preposition to. She is married to. Get divorced. Some people, after getting married, they get divorced, which means someone who is divorced from their former or previous husband or wife has separated from them and is no longer legally married to them. To get divorced is to get separated from your husband or your wife. Example, he is divorced from Roxy's mother, Julia, but they live nearby. So that means he is no longer living with her and he is no longer married to her. Second example, he is divorced with a young son. It means he's separated from his wife. Synonyms are separated, deserted, and living apart, away from each other. Next one is to fall in love. To fall in love is to have feelings for someone or something. Like, I fell in love once I saw the painting. That means you really love it. Let us fall in love with each other in the spring. Another example, I fall in love with you at first sight. So to fall in love is to really love something. The opposite almost is fall into pieces. If someone goes or falls to pieces, that means the person becomes unable to think clearly and control their emotions because of something unpleasant or difficult that they have. Like, let's say that you have been exposed to losing a dear person to you, you might fall into pieces. Let's say that you have been through a car crash or a plane crash. You can fall into pieces after this. You can feel really bad and you may not be able to pull yourself together after this. Example, their marriage began to fall to pieces after only a few months. Fall to pieces, that means to be very weak or to be deteriorating, not in a good condition anymore. That's all for these collocations. Now I want you to open your book so as we can answer the exercises together. We are in the vocabulary part. Number A, complete the phrases with keep, fall, pay, get, and have. These are the verbs, and I need you to complete the phrasal verbs with these verbs. Number 1, a compliment, a visit. Keep, a compliment. Fall, a compliment. No. Pay, a compliment or a visit. Which one do you think is the correct one? Yes, pay. You pay a compliment or a visit. 2, a diary, a secret. You keep a diary and you also keep a secret. 3, a family, sympathy. Get, fall, or have. Yes, you have a family and you have sympathy for something. 4, married, divorced. You get married or divorced. 5, in love and to pieces. You fall in love and you fall to pieces. Let's do the next exercise. Exercise B. Complete sentences 1 to 10 with collocations and expressions from A. Here are the collocations. I need you to pause, read all the sentences, write your own answers, then resume with the video and check your answers. Number 1. I'm not ready for children now, but I would love to have space in a few years. I would love to have what? What do you think? To have a family. Very good. Shh. You mustn't tell anyone about it. Can you keep a diary or a secret? Something that you mustn't tell anyone about. So definitely this is a secret. I don't think I will ever fall space again. My divorce was very upsetting. Fall to pieces or fall in love? Yes, fall in love again. My husband paid me space yesterday. He said I looked lovely. So when you praise someone, you pay him a compliment. Tom and I want to get space as soon as possible. We love each other. So you want to get married. Well done. 6. I'd never keep space. My sister might read it. So you would never keep a diary where you can write your own memories. 7. Have someone space. Pete, your brother has just lost his job. So you should have somewhat for your brother, some sympathy. Well done. Number 8. If they can't sort out their problems soon, they might get divorced. If you can't solve your problems, you might get divorced. That means you be separated from your husband or wife. Number 9. Why not pay grandma space, Tom? She'll be pleased to see you. So if you go to see someone, that means you pay him a visit. It's difficult not to fall space when someone close to you passes away. So when someone passes away or dies, of course, most likely you're going to fall to pieces. Well done. That should be very easy for you now. Let's move to the next part, exercise C. I need you to complete the sentences with the correct form of the expressions from A. We're still continuing with the same collocations. Pause, answer, and then check your answers with me. Number 1. After 20 years, Susie's parents are space. Naturally, she's very upset. So what do you think they are doing? They are getting a divorce. So of course she is upset as a result for this divorce. 2. Sam's father left his mother. Sam's word that she will. What do you think she must be feeling after her husband left her? She fall to pieces. She will fall to pieces. Number 3. I space a lot of space for children separated or divorced parents. So for children who are separated or parents who are divorced, what should you have for them? How should you be feeling for them? Of course you should have a lot of sympathy. Number 4. My grandmother's house is near here. Let's space her space. So it's a collocation that's divided and the person is in the middle. So if she's here or her house is here, you should pay her a visit. Number 5. Do you remember what it was that made you space with dad? Which collocation comes here? Fall in love with dad. What made you fall in love with dad? Number 6. Pam, can you space? Good. Come here and I will whisper it in your ear. So if you whisper something, that means you don't want anyone to hear it or to know about it. So can you keep a secret? A lot of my friends space, they write in it every day. So what do you write in every day? Of course, it's your diary. So a lot of my friends keep a diary. My sister is space at the end of the month. She's having a very unusual wedding. If you're having a wedding, that means you are getting married. Well done. Number 9. Do you plan to space when you grow up? I want a big one with 5 children. A big one, that means a big family, because of course you find children in a family. So do you plan to have a family when you grow up? I want a big one with 5 children. So the expression here is have a family. My boyfriend spaced me space today. He said I was very clever. So when you say or when you tell someone that he is very clever, that means you are praising him, you are giving him positive feedback and good words. which means you are paying him a compliment. So my boyfriend paid me a compliment. Well done, good job, guys. Now I want you to pause and think about these questions. Do you think it's better to have a family when you are young? Why not? Of course, this is a question for you to think about. Might Some people might think that it's really good to have a family when you are not that young, when you are an adult or grown up enough, so that makes you responsible and able to handle the duties and responsibilities of this family. This is like a model for you to have an answer which is similar to it. Do you think people can only really fall in love once in their lives? Why not? Again, this is question for you. It's up to you to decide. Some people might say, yes, of course, falling in love, if it's real love, it has to be only once in a lifetime. Do you think it's a good idea to keep a diary so you can look at it when you are old? Why or why not? So some people like that. Some people like to keep their diaries and write in it daily or every now and then, and they can get back to it later. So it might be useful for this. That's all for now. Thank you so much for your effort and see you next time. Best of luck and great